Hello guys, welcome to my channel AWS with Mono, and today I am going over the IAM roles, users, user groups and policies which will help you to understand more on the IAM roles and IAM policies and how they are attached to the users and the user groups. So I have already created my account, uh, and as you can see, I'm in Virginia, so please do not change the region or the availability zone if asked for. And this is the account ID, and you can see that when it's just portraying the account ID, you are logged in as a root user. So let's get into IAM. So you can just search by this or in your recent visitors, or you can just type in IAM. And once you go inside, first I would go ahead and create a user. So this user, I would name it as my name. Next, and you can see you can add a user to a group, you can copy permissions, or you can attach policies directly. So you can attach this policy directly to the user, so it would be more granulated and it would be very specific to that particular user, and to not to a group where there are multiple users. And then you can copy permissions as well, but I'm just gonna add a user to a group. And now let's go ahead and create a group, and I would name this group as admin, and I would give an administrator access. So as we go inside, there's a JSON, as you see, and this JSON allows you with actions and resources to all services in your AWS. And once we have attached that, we are going to create a user group. Once a user group is being created, we need to select that particular group for the user, and then we can go to next. And then tags are key value pair you can add to AWS resources to help identify, organize or search for resources. So for example, if you have an environment, different environments, for example, you have dev environment, you have stage environment, you have production environment, but you want to assign the permissions to the tag which is only in develop, then probably you add a tag where you can specify environments, or maybe some resources you want to add to it. So it's very handy. Now I have created the user. As you can see that this user has a permission of administrator access, and as I showed you the JSON before, and there's a group which is the admin group, and the attached policy is the administrator access, and these are the security credentials. So in this security credentials, you can assign a MFA device, or like an authenticator application on your uh, iOS or Android devices. So I wouldn't do that right now, but it's recommended to use for a root user. So whenever you are logging into the root user, you need to have a multi-factor authentication for securely logging into the root account. And if you want this particular user to have access to the console, you need to enable console access to that particular user. So you can auto generate the password, or you can custom create a password as well. And if you want the user to change the password during sign in, then you can always attach this particular policy, which is the IAM user change policy, which will help the user to recreate their password when they log in. So I would just go with a custom password for now, where I'm just typing my password in and I enable console access. So the user now has access to the AWS services and console. So I am going to go ahead and paste this particular. So as you see, this is my alias, and my user was Monal, which I set, and my password, and I'm signing in. As you see, we are signed in as a Monal IAM user, which has administrative access. So now, for example, if I go back to my root account, for example, this is my root account. uh, so and so there is manage console access, and if I disable console access for that particular user, so whenever they try to log in again, and if you refresh this page, let's sign out and try to sign again. AWS Monel v5, the user is Monel and the password is this. And once we sign in, you see that the authentication information is incorrect. Please try it again. It will not work. So, and now if we try to go back to the root account, see, it's a better option to like create the user in an normal browser than in an incognito browser, and then you can create the user tab into an incognito, so you don't have to sign in again and sign out. So as you see, we are going ahead and we are adding a custom password. We are enabling console access, and then this is the console sign in link. So if you just go here and you paste the sign in link, it will take you to that particular user, and then you can log in. And now as we have enabled, you should be able to successfully log in into your console. So this overview, and going ahead, I would be just using the my IAM user Monal as any changes made to the it's not recommended to make any changes in the root account, and I would choose my region as North Virginia. So whenever you go in IAM, always remember one thing, that the IAM role, when you assign a user, when you create a user, it is globally created. So that particular user is globally created and can access those resources in or services in any of the availability zones or regions. If you have put some granular permissions, that particular user shouldn't be able to log into the US East 1 region, uh, then uh, that's a different case. You won't be able to log in or maybe use any services in those particular availability zone or region. So let's go over roles. So roles are pretty much used for if you want to attach some permissions or permissions to the AWS services, uh, then you would use IAM rules. So let's go ahead and create rules. As you see, it allows services like EC2, Lambda, or other which performs in this. So you can select any services you want this particular rule to be attached to, and then you can allow EC2 instance to call, or maybe just if you want to allow for just spot instances, and then you can add permission policies, what that particular service should have access to, and this would be attached to all the users. As you see, we can attach many policies. We can set the permission boundaries as well. So set a permission boundary to control the maximum permission this role can have. This is not a common setting, but you can also be delegate permission management to others. So for example, if you have one service which is EC2 and you just want users to access that EC2 instance, and those EC2 instance maybe they don't want them to terminate the instance, or maybe they want the user to just use the get access to EC2 instances in US East 1 region, then probably they can set some permission boundaries for that and attach it to the service. So and then you can create any demo role. You need to assign a role name, and then this is the trust policy where you're allowing access to the service where the users can assume any role, and they're allowed to use or make any changes to that particular service. So that was an overview on the roles, and let's go over the policies. So there are many policies which you can attach to roles or users or user groups, which can granulate the permissions for that particular user. So yes, that is the overview over user groups, users, roles, and policies. And if you have any questions, you can mention them in the comments below. And if you have any concerns, or if you want me to continue to make these videos and you're getting more motivated by my videos, then please leave a like and share. Thank you so much.